welcome forward and into another 820 episode. Again, let me reintroduce the mini series of The Meaning of Love. This one is called Law and Love. And really, it's the meaning of love explained and continued as I learn it and begin to understand it and begin to apply it. But I wanted to offer this as another installment in the 820 mini series. Last week, Mr. Tamba from Sierra Leone, a great humble country on the continent of Africa, he sat me down last week for this eye-opening and heart-opening conversation. So I can't give any more of an introduction to that great man, Tamba, but without further ado, please enjoy fully the law and love.
The love and the law. Why is there is love, but there is also law? That law with the law put into a peg hole, we establish the relationship between you and me. Because if there is no law, there will be law. But if there is no law, there should be love.
But you're saying if there's no love, there is no law. Is that what you're saying?
If there is no law, there should have not been love.
But if there's no love,
Yeah, but the law have the law. In between the law and the love are two different entities that combine together, that one cannot exist without another.
so what is that connection to love and law to love?
The law makes the law a divine process of life. The law also interact with the law. But the law counteracts the law.
Why is that?
Okay.
And how
Let's
is
say
that?
you love your wife in those days, but she brought in a law that counteracts the law.
Ah, okay. What kind of law, just for example?
The law that was there in your house in those days was the law that he follows that used to that divorce. If there was law, there should have not been the law of divorce.
Okay.
And that should have not been a divorce, because divorce is a law.
Even introducing that thing.
Yes, it's a law. Is the law introduced divorce. But if there was love, that should have not been divorce. And there should have not been the law of divorce. Because you love, but there is a law there which exists in between your existence to combine you and the other person to love each other. But then the law is the law of divorce, which interacts and counteracts the love.
Now, could you bring a good law to enhance
The
love?
law? No, there is no good law.
Then why do you have law and love together?
Where the law brought in the love, and the love counteract with the law. So when the law counteract the law, love counteract the law. So there should have not been any law if there was love.
So, why do they have to coexist? Law and love. That's not why.
Because they interact
In a bad way.
in the bad way. So there is a bad law. So the law is not a good one.
Are there any good laws?
No. No law is good. Because the law is an enemy of love.
Okay. So, why do we have to have law and love cohabitating? Why?
Because there is love.
Yes.
But then they brought in law, and the law counteract with the law. So they bring in the enemy in between the good and bad.
Okay. So this law is the artificial, new, made up thing
Yes.
brought into a holy
Even
place.
in Moses' time.
Huh?
Even in Moses' time.
Yes. Okay.
Even when Moses went to King Pharaoh, there was law, but there was law there. He was having the slaves. Like today, the Hamas have taken so many people, over 200 people. They want there was a law, but they want the law to exist. Now they are asking for ceasefire in between the law and the law. There is somebody who loves his family. He's crying to say, let my family leave Hamas. But then Hamas is putting the law. If you don't release my prisoners over there, I won't give you. So there is love for the order, for the counteracting of the order, the law of love.
The law of love.
Yes,
The law of love.
yes. What I mean by that, you didn't ask me.
Because I thought the law was confusing or disrupting love. But you told me it's a law
So
of love.
the Taliban sees 10 people. The Israeli are putting out them pressure. So there is a law in Israel to reduce, to come with their people. But the law of the Taliban is there existing too. So each time you take your footstep, there is love and law. You cannot say, I love you. There is a law for the distance. Leave me alone. There is law and you leave. Otherwise you will say, you have the law, but she has the law. You have the law, but she has the law. So the law and the law cannot meet together. They are particle. The spark.
All right. Gotta love that man. Thanks, Tamba. Gotta love yourself. Love yourself fully. Love everyone. Thanks again. Stay safe. Stay present. Stay current. It is always 820.